You know, I wanted to be a filmmaker. The way I got in music was I wanted to make a film about the worst band in the world, loosely based on the Stooges, right? Me and my friends, we couldn't play, but we looked very cool, we thought anyway. We decided we would be the band, so we couldn't play, but I knew an E chord, I think, and a D chord. I learned an A chord. We wrote our first song, and so for the filming, we played, and it was horrible, of course, but it was fun, right? And so we just said, well, let's just keep, and then punk rock came at the same time. So punk rock was not about being a technical player, it was about expression, right? So we fit right in, and somehow we just fit into that thing, and that began my musical career. You know, I come from a family of musicians. I come from 12 children, right? And my older brothers are all Latin musicians. They played with Santana, Mongo Santa Maria, Cal Jader, Willie Bobo. It's like beginning with me and my two younger brothers, we're all rockers, you know. We fell in love with English rock and roll. Guitars were always what drove me, you know. I mean, guitars were always cool because Roy Rogers played a guitar, and Gene Autry and all those cowboys, you know. Growing up in San Antonio, I'd go see them at the rodeos. And then my father was a mariachi, you know, so guitars were everywhere, you know. I love Guild guitars. I've always loved their acoustics, especially the 12-string. I think is the best 12-string made, you know. So I've always loved them. I had a really cool old Guild that I played that used to be like the Steve Marriott's guitar in Humble Pie. And it was like a double cutaway, almost like a Les Paul Jr. with a P90. I don't know what the model number was, but it was an old 60s one. It was an unbelievable guitar.
I can take a punch, I can take a swing.
I'm not a guy who sells a lot of records, but I've had the admiration of people that I've admired, you know. I can tell you, like, once in the True Believers, we played the Whiskey A Go-Go, not the Whiskey, the Club Lingerie, and our record was just about to be released, you know. And we always used to do a version of I Want to Be Your Dog by the Stooges. And I look out in the audience and Iggy Pop is dancing to our music, you know. So that was really high, and we were just like partying, and we were gonna get on a plane that night, really late flight, fly to the first gig, right? And as we get into the cab or the car that they had hired for us to take us to the airport, the guy turns on the radio, and our song is playing on the radio at that very moment. So we were pretty high, and that was the beginning of a good time. You know? So, you know, I've had a lot of moments like that. Playing with Bruce in Houston, that was awesome, you know. Playing with him here, you know, I mean, those kind of things are the things that really matter to me.
Oh, yeah!